I don't know about you, but I'm ready for summer, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight on Community Connections. Thank you both for coming over.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
And explain to me how two girls from Ocean Township are now working in Long Branch and trying to make sure we have a good summer.
Well, I've been living in Long Branch for 24 years.
Okay, not quite as long as me, but that's a pretty long time.
Yes.
And even though I grew up in Ocean Township, I spent my summers at Tackanassie, Breakwater Beach Club, Seashore Day Camp. Long Branch was always a big part of my childhood and my growing up.
Okay, those are good answers. We can live with that for the time being.
There you go.
And we'll get you to, where do you eat lunch?
Always in Long Branch.
There we go. We're sitting here. I don't normally talk about when we're shooting the show because it's always in advance. The weather's starting to get warm, and we're going to be ready for summer.
We are going to be ready.
Definitely.
Same basic schedule with a few tweaks to make it different, maybe a little better?
Yes. Yes, we basically have the same Sunday nights at West End Park, but now we're calling them Bands at the Beach. Used to be Blues at the Beach, now Bands at the Beach. A little change, some different sounds, a little reggae, a little country, spice it up a little bit. We have our Thursday nights at Pier Village. We have our cruise to the Jersey Shore is August 13th. We have a group called The Happenings playing at the main stage.
There's one song that The Happenings have done that everybody knows.
Isn't it See You in September?
Right. If you're my age, I'm a little older than both of you.
Just a little bit.
You know, Lisa, a little bit. No, but it's like if you were in the 60s, that was a huge hit song.
Yeah, it's exciting. I was glad that we could have a band come in and a name, and that's what we like to bring, besides the cars that come down for the evening.
Mm-hmm. And 4th of July.
Ocean Fest. 26 years in Long Branch.
Has it really been that long?
26 years. This is the 26th year of Ocean Fest.
One of you go first and tell me what's going to be the biggest deal in the summer and what we're doing.
Well, the Chamber, of course, Ocean Fest is our biggest event. But the new things that we're doing, we do have a breakfast club, which has been really well attended. It's a great morning networking for professionals to come in between 8 and 9 in the morning, get a little networking in, have breakfast. We have our speaker sponsors that are booked through October.
These are people who want to be there and talk to.
These are businesses within Long Branch. They want to be there. They want to do, they get like a 15-minute little time period to say and give a little presentation to the people there.
Has to be a member of the chamber?
Has to be a member of the chamber to be the sponsor, yes.
Okay.
But you don't have to be a member to attend. We'll let you attend the first one. You can come as our guest.
And you move the restaurants around?
It's at Amy's. For right now, it's at Amy's every month. It seems to be, the decision was that if it was at the same place, there was really it's the first Wednesday of every month. It's going to be at the same place at the same time.
Nobody really has to remember anything.
Exactly.
That would work in my schedule, other than the fact that Wednesdays tends to be a court day for me. So what kind of turnout do you get for that?
We get a great turnout. We've had like between 25 and 30 people in the morning at Amy's. It's great. It's an hour long. It's really, we use the time wisely and we get in what we need to get in, and people get to eat their breakfast. They do a little networking. They meet people that they have never met before, and it's been a really great thing to have.
Is there a cost involved?
It's $10 for breakfast. Can't beat that.
Pretty, and I don't think I've ever had the owners of Amy's here, but it's a pretty wide, it's the biggest menu I've ever seen.
Yes. So we cut down the menu, and we have like a
choice.
Preset menu. But it's, it works out to be fine. Everybody seems to love it, so it's been great.
And what else is the chamber doing this summer? Ocean Fest is the big event of the summer.
Ocean Fest is our big event of the summer, and of course that's on the 4th of July every year. So we're excited. We are sold out with our food vendors, and we're about 3/4 full with our arts and crafts vendors already. So we're doing really well.
Is there anything special that's going to go on there to celebrate? The 26th year is a nice round number. Not exactly, but
I mean, other than, I think we have more bands than we've ever had this year.
Definitely more entertainment.
We have more entertainment.
Are you involved in the entertainment?
No, I am not.
But, Nancy's put together a great lineup for that day. The entertainment's going to start at 11 o'clock on the Great Lawn. And we're going to run all the way up to when the fireworks start.
Are they last year you had a reggae band, you had a couple rock and roll bands.
Yeah, we have Predator Dub Assassins, we have Mad Sata coming back.
Both
We
of whom are
have-
playing shows for us too.
Yes,
is
they
correct.
are. They are. I'm trying to think who else is Palm Slap, which is a new.
Don't know them.
Yep, they're a new band coming out. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what the other ones are, but that, so it'll be a full day of entertainment. And of course, then we have our reception at the Ocean Place.
And also, I'd be remiss to not mention, we have a poetry reading. That last year we had about 20 poets and, people mingling in and out. Over 100 people who came and listened to original poetry. And I know that it made our poet laureate very happy.
Yes.
And we'll do that again, just amongst other things. Summer entertainment. We're trying to push things before and after a little bit.
We still have our regular set schedules. I want to mention our Tuesday night. We have 2 concerts at the Broadway Band Shell behind the Brookdale. And then we're doing a concert at St. Luke's parking lot. And they're more of a Latino feel, trying to incorporate a little bit of a different feel of music. So we have a few dates there. And then what we've done is what was the Father's Day car show is now going to be September 11th. It's going to be from 9 to 4 at the Great Lawn.
First Saturday
After
or
Labor.
Is it a Saturday or Sunday? I don't remember.
It's
a Sunday.
It is a Sunday. It's a Sunday. So, and from 9 to 4, it's still at the Great Lawn along the promenade where the cars will be, and still doing it. And now Chamber has stepped in to help on that, and also to help with some more sponsors to make it maybe even a little more festive, a little bigger in some ways in terms of some vendors, some sponsors. And then we have our cars that come again. So it's a great day of entertainment.
And one of the things, and it's part of your job, you've been working for the city for about a year now, trying to get a handle on special events. One of the things that we found, 20 years ago, we were dying to get people to want to come to Long Branch and do anything, virtually anything. And now we have more events than we can handle. We have to get involved.
And there has to be a balance.
Right.
So one of the things that I had to step into was to find that balance. So to have some events that are coming into the city, but not inundate ourselves and inundate our police and our public works, because it was
Right.
too much. So many weekends there are 5Ks going on, there are fundraisers, there are walks. They have to go through a process. They have to apply through an application process.
So somebody's listening now, because the show's probably going to show through the summer, and who knows, maybe even next fall somebody will watch it on YouTube. I want to put on an event in Long Branch. What do I do?
You go to our website at visitlongbranch.com. You can access through the recreation link, and there's a special event application. You download the application, you fill it out. Depending on where you want, if you want to have it at the Great Lawn, there's a $100 application fee, non-refundable. Anywhere else in the city is a $50 application fee. That then comes to us and gets processed, because honestly, sometimes an event cannot happen due to circumstances, due to date, conflict, etc. So it has to go through a process of being approved. Once it's approved, there are some fees.
Who approves?
There's a committee we call a special events committee, which is internal in the city, dealing with the head of our police department, head of our public works, traffic control, just to make sure that it is something that we can be a part of. There are fees that are involved. Honestly, it's not as easy as some people think. There are people that would like to have an event and think they can have 100 people on the beach. There is a process they have to go through. And like you said, our summer season, we're not going to host events on the sand. We're too busy. We have too much going on, just having the wonderful beaches that we have and our new boardwalk.
Right.
So we're hopefully we'll even be more crowded. So we don't need.
Crowds are good.
The crowds are good.
Parking problems
Crowds
are
are
not
good.
necessarily a bad thing to have. Insurance. I mean, one of the
Yes.
issues we ran into as we set up this summer schedule is some events lacked insurance.
Now
it has to be.
every event, no matter who you are, no matter not-for-profit, it's a religious organization, anyone, a wedding, they must provide a waiver that the city of Long Branch is is on the waiver that we're covered. It is $1 million policy. One day you do it for your date. Most of insurance companies between your homeowners, you can add on to it. There are other companies that will help you.
Depending on the nature of the event, it's not a huge expense.
It's not. It's
an
scary.
enormous amount of protection.
I think people get scared when they see that I have to get coverage for $1 million. But honestly, it's a one-day thing. It's not as hard as it seems, but we do have to have it because if something should happen in an event, to cover those that are hosting the event and the city where the event is.
Well, one of the events, I don't think we want to get into who it is, didn't have insurance, but now they do, and they did a Kickstarter and they had the money in like 2 hours.
Exactly, exactly.
It's not a big deal to get it.
Exactly, and I find that we as a city, we want events, we want people to come into the city. So we definitely encourage, ask, we will work with you, and that's where I've stepped in also with this position to be that pinpoint person to try and make things work.
And one of the things, and it's a conscious effort, summer we have the beach. Last year, I don't know if people realize, last year with half a boardwalk and nonstop construction, we did over $2 million worth of beach revenue, which we've never done before, which means we had a lot more kids working, a lot more hours, our expenses go up, but it's a great thing to have happen. This year we've got a full boardwalk. I'm a little concerned that we're going to have events and people on the beach and spread thin, but we're looking for May and early June and after Labor Day, we're still looking for more events.
And the truth is right now, the way our city calendar is, our internal special event calendar, honestly, we have more events in September and October than we do in July and August, to be honest with you.
That's a good thing. I'm happy to hear that.
We've been trying to make that work and push things off because the truth is it's beautiful at the Jersey Shore in the fall. Many times it's your best weather.
If we had it here, we could play background music of the happening. See you in September. It's like, it is
There
the
you
best. It's the best month of the summer
Right.
if you live here.
Yes.
And your husband, Danny, he's working on the beaches in September.
Yes, he is.
And the lifeguards are out there.
They're there every weekend.
One of the things I want to let people know, and then we're going to take a break, we keep lifeguards on the beach September weekends.
Absolutely.
And it's an important thing. So we're going to take a break, and then we will be back.
Your seat cushion can be used to grant wishes.
Who said that? Hello?
Really can, you know.
You talking to me?
Sure am. Because the airline miles you earn and donate to Make-A-Wish can help send thousands of kids on their wish trips. So donate to Make-A-Wish today.
You really should, You really should.
And give wishes wings, because wishes work wonders.
All right, we're back with the second half of the show. We're talking mostly summer stuff, and we've talked music and car shows, but we got a lot of other things going on. Is the Chamber sponsoring the movies?
The Chamber, in conjunction with the UEZ, are doing the movies.
And where will they be shown?
In West End. And we'll have Jaws on
July 17th.
July 17th, I think, and August 24th, we'll have Dirty Dancing.
Did we have Jaws last?
Yes.
Did we have Moonstruck one year? Do I remember
We
right?
did have Moonstruck one year, yes.
Jaws I know almost by heart. Moonstruck
Yes.
I've seen once.
Yes, well, we were pushed by the West End businesses to have Jaws be like a staple every summer. It'd be like
They
a
have a lot
chum
of the-
fest in West End.
Okay.
Is what they want to call it.
The guys from the mix are insisting.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are
all
they coming?
dressed for the
Yes.
occasion.
There will be shark hats.
Shark
Yes.
drinks,
Shark
shark pizza.
drinks.
Everything.
Okay, so Jaws, and that's the first one. And then the second one is Dirty Dancing, which is a summer Borscht Belt movie.
Yes.
And
One
that's,
of my favorite movies.
Is it really?
Yes.
Okay. We also have athletic events. For people who want to get up and do something. I was making a joke the other night. Half my wardrobe is wave wrestling T-shirts, and the other half is Ray Licata swimming. And that's coming back again this summer. Do we have a date for that already?
I do. I don't remember exactly the date. I want to say
Second or third Sunday in August as
August,
usual.
yes. Yeah.
And anybody who's interested in doing the mile swim can go on the website. I think it's its 12th year now in memory of Ray Licata, and they raise money for safety on the beaches and
Yes.
to help the lifeguards.
There are also
do.
some other training swims that are coming in. I just recently received an application to have some for triathletes that want the opportunity to have a set swim for them, and they get timed.
Is
So
that the
they're-
6 o'clock in the morning crew?
Exactly. So that's coming back. There's also
Is
another
your husband
group.
getting up early for those
He'll
still?
do some of those. He will. He's committed. And then there's also the New Jersey Race Club is also hosting a few with Danny, as a matter of fact. So they're going to do a few races. There'll be more
They'll
at
do, like, the Ocean
8
Mile.
in the morning and do an ocean mile. So it's an opportunity if someone's training for a triathlon to have a set swim. There's lifeguards. There's safety involved.
Is there a website they can go on to get more information about that you know of?
I don't really know.
So, but we can maybe even find one and put a link on our website or something.
Yeah, that's true. And a lot of events can be found on our website.
Right.
So a lot of them are on our calendar. If you go to our calendar link, they're listing things.
Because I'm thinking of that now. One of the things you've been doing is a Long Branch email blast, so that we now have about 3,000 people signed up. How do people sign up? So they can get all of our information quickly.
Via Facebook, you can sign right up, or on our website. If you go again to visit longbranch.com, there's a spot and it says subscribe, and if you put your email in there, I get it, and then we add you to our email list.
And once or twice a week we get
Definitely, as things
calendar.
are coming to play, and sometimes it's just notifications of what's happening in the city, and it's events happening in the city. So another on the athletics, as a matter of fact, you have your New Jersey Marathon is May 1st. So
By
that's
the time
coming.
people see this, that they'll
That will have passed.
probably, but they'll have noticed a crowd of people on the oceanfront.
And
on
they're
a Sunday
excited.
morning.
Again, it's the first race that's using the new boardwalk. So that's very excited.
That's very
So
cool.
it's a nice way to tie that in also.
We also have, so people know, the Lake Tackanassie races are back for, I think it's the 53rd year.
I think you're right too.
And then they also have Doug Rice's group, which is the Sandy Hookers Triathlon Club, I believe.
And
Yes.
And he's back for another year.
Yes, they have War at the Shore is in July, and then in August is the Jersey Girl Tri. It's one of the only all-women triathlon races that happens I think in the area, as far as I know. It's a big deal, and it's a wonderful event.
500-600 women come in. And the good
Definitely.
thing about those, they're pretty much over by the time most people are getting up
That's
on a
true.
weekend morning in the summer. So they don't disrupt traffic that much.
No.
So if somebody wants to come in and put on a 5K, what do they do?
The same thing. It's that same process with with going through the application process. You have to do the application, and then we can instruct you and help you. You have to get in touch with our police department in terms of traffic, what streets have to get closed, and what has to be done for it to work.
And we have a couple measured courses. I mean,
Yes.
we get people who call and say, I want to put on a race. It's almost always a fundraiser. And I think what people don't understand is, like the walks are the same. We're not permitted to be a sponsor of an event. We don't
Right.
contribute money. If it's a city event that we've grown, that's one thing, but you don't come in, we don't sponsor.
Absolutely.
So there are fees
There's
for
some
all-
fees. There's
Yeah.
definitely fees involved, but like you said, there are 3 main courses that we use for a 5K, and really deals with two of them are the boardwalk. One goes in one direction, one goes in the other. It's the way they loop around all out of the Great Lawn is usually what they use as their home
Try to
base.
minimize, the need for cops.
Absolutely. And then we also have a route near Tackanassie Lake. There is a route based off of your Tackanassie races that happen. So there's a route around that area too, as a change if someone wants to use that. But that actually, then there are more street closures. So it actually becomes a bigger cost.
What else is the chamber doing these days, this summer?
Well, of course, we have our monthly networking. We'll be at the Bungalow Hotel in May on the 14th. And we will be at Rooney's in June. So I hope everybody would come out and see us. We are always looking for new members. We love to get our businesses and our business people involved.
I haven't been to one in a while.
Yeah, you need to come to the Bungalow.
The food is pretty good there.
And
I
it's-
mean, I
and
remember.
It's a great place. It's really, really a neat place. So it's really a cool place to hang out. And Julian, who's the manager, is just a great guy. I really, really enjoy talking to him. He's a great guy. So anybody who is interested should come by, stop by the Bungalow.
And then you said Rooney's is the other one?
Rooney's is in June. And then we are undecided if we'll have networking events in July and August.
Well, after Ocean Fest, my memory is that
Yeah.
you and Nancy, and I mean Susie Woolley before that, you took a little time off. I don't think people understand, if they're not involved, and a lot of people are, how big a deal that is to organize it and put it on that day.
It's a huge deal. Nancy's been working every day for a month getting, we get applications in every day. We get emails every day, 10 emails about being a vendor, we get food vendors that want to come in and we have no space because nobody wants to give up their spot. So we've had, repeat people for years.
Parking. How's that? Have we done any? Last year we bought land for a parking lot. It's full, and then on 4th of July, which is by far our biggest one-shot event.
The parking is still up in the air. We had a little news today that the one lot that we used in the past is not available and won't be available. So we're trying to come up with some ideas of where we're going to be able to put some people.
I try to convince people having a parking problem on the beach down in the summer means we're doing something right.
Yes.
If you had enough parking that it was easy for everybody, you'd have the biggest parking lot you could ever see, and it'd be empty 9 months of the year.
Right. Well, the city opened that municipal lot on Ocean Boulevard, which helped tremendously. That was really great. And of course, we have parking garages in Pier Village.
There is the shuttle too.
Yeah.
If people want to take advantage of it. I don't think enough people actually do.
The train
but
station parking lot.
That's true.
I don't remember. What day of the week is the 4th this year?
It's a Monday.
Generally my first day of a summer vacation, too. So I get to look forward to that. The fireworks themselves, same company as last year?
Same company.
Which is who? Is it International Fireworks?
It is International Fireworks.
And they've been doing it for how long?
I would not know the answer, but a long time.
Can you find out for us? No, it's been a while. Because we've gone through, and I've been at every one of these, we've had a couple interesting experiences.
Yes.
And there's never been a hitch with these guys.
Yep.
There was the year, and I don't know if you guys were there, it stopped like halfway through.
Oh my God.
And one shell would go off and the people at the hotel would cheer. And it went on like that for about an hour. And when you have a bad night with fireworks, it's puts a damper on the whole event.
The fireworks were awesome last year.
Yeah, they really were.
Yeah.
What else are we doing this summer? Why don't you tell us some of the bands that are playing?
Well, for our Thursday nights, it's been a tradition that Tim McClune kicks off our Thursday night. So June 16th is the first date. We'll have Tim McClune there.
And the next night is high school graduation.
And we have a few of the other bands that have come back. We have the Nerds back again. We have Brian Kirk. He's our closing last show, and we have fireworks on our last show. And we're actually doing it. We added a week, so he's on September 1st.
That would be the Thursday before Labor Day weekend.
As a kickoff to Labor Day weekend. Really do a celebration to kick off the weekend. We have a couple new bands that are coming in. There's a band called the Liza Colby Sound. We have a new band called Lavender Steel coming in. We have Dead on Live, among others. So there's
Dead on Live is the Mark Mahler band playing.
The Grateful Dead.
Grateful Dead, one of my favorites. And other bands. People say, oh, I don't like them. I don't like jam bands. He does Beatles. He does all sorts of other stuff. A variety of great musicianship.
Yeah, we tried to keep some of those that are looked for, I guess is the way in the crowds like. But we're trying to add a little more taste of some new music. So then our Sunday nights are starting. Our kickoff is June 12th with Philadelphia Funk. And
they've been here.
And they've been here. We have Chuck Lambert Band, but we have a couple other new ones. We also have Predator Dub Assassins, which is a reggae band. So they'll be playing on July 17th.
And local guys.
And local guys. We also have String Bean and the Stalkers Band, which are a really great local band. Is a young guy, and he comes in. They're wonderful. And we wrap up with the Voodoos. And as a matter of fact, I'm looking at, this is the brochure that can also be found on the website, and all the information is there.
And due to heavy demand from some of the West End merchants, we're actually having a country band.
We are. We're having the Citizens Band Radio, or CB Radio.
So here's my message to people who like country music. If you like it and think we should have more of it, you have to show up. If that night is a quiet night and nobody comes, we may not do it again.
Exactly.
But I've been told over and over again it's the most popular kind of music in America. So I'm expecting.
Well, yeah, last year, as a matter of fact, we had After the Rain on a Thursday night. It was a local country band. They are coming back again this year, and it was probably one of our more popular nights. And we had a very different crowd there too, so it was interesting.
If it rains, now if it rains on the 4th of July, it never rains on the 4th of July, skip
not gonna-
that.
it will not
It
rain
will
on
not
the
rain.
4th.
But it occasionally rains on a Thursday night.
Yes.
Or a Sunday night, plan B.
Okay, Thursday nights we go to the intermediate school, the middle school, Long Branch Middle School on Indiana Avenue and Bath Avenue. The only one that's going to be different is Tim McClune, the first show. If for any reason it rains on that first show, he's going to play September 8th at the end of the season. We added that as his rain date.
Okay.
That's the only one. Otherwise, they're at the middle school. And on the Sunday nights.
That's a great idea.
And on
I
this,
like that.
And on the Sunday nights, we go into Jack's, right down the street, walking distance from West End Park, and we can walk down and we'll be in Jack's, and all the shows will be
So
there.
all the shows happen,
Rain or shine.
rain or shine, and it never rains on the 4th of
And
July.
our plan is
Right.
this year.
That's
right.
Exactly. This plan is this year is if we decide we have to, weather permitting, we have to change it for inclement weather. It'll be on our website. We'll post it on Facebook, social media. We are trying to use social media more than's been used in the
get
past.
information
Get
out.
and the lit boards, those sign boards, we will
Now,
post it up there
just
too.
so people know, you make the decision. You have to make the decision fairly early in the day based on information you have at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, by 3 o'clock is my limit. By 3 o'clock, I have to let the school know. I have to let Jax know. We have to. It's also a safety issue with these bands with their musical instruments. So we really have to make a call early.
And we're still trying to organize. Last year, we had a Funk Fest, and we had 3 local bands, including a group of kids. Well, they're not kids; they're mid-20s. Eastbourne.
Yes.
I got a T-shirt out of the deal. Dirty Jersey reggae that I like to wear. But we had an event on a Saturday in September, and the merchants told me they just had this great day.
And we're planning on that again. We haven't set any of the bands yet, but it looks like September 17th would be that date. And we would do it again, and we'll bring in a few local bands. Maybe we'll bring Eastbourne back. They were a big draw. People really came out to see them.
And any band that names themselves after a street in Long Branch. I mean, this guy Springsteen. Well, this guy Springsteen, named himself after a street in some other town, and he did okay for himself. So Eastbourne, Eastbourne Avenue in Long Branch.
right.
How can we not use them
Absolutely.
again?
That's right.
What else? Is there anything else? We got about another minute. You guys like working in Long Branch?
Oh, we love it.
Yeah, it's
We
been
love
fun.
And I think there's a great relationship that we're building between the city and the chamber, where we're just feeding off our information goes out on the city website, their information goes out on our Facebook, on our website.
Both of you know how to use computers?
We do.
We're moving into the 21st
We
century.
are. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Well, our website is updated constantly. We're trying, and the emails, we're trying to really make it so that you can find any information you need.
Well, thank you both for coming over, and I'll see you all summer.
Thank you.
Thank you
Yes,
for
looking
having
forward
us.
to it.
Yeah.